Alright guys, Flay from Boxing Evolution TV, and I'm joined here by Danny Cassius Connor at Left Jab Promotions after he's been very nicely helping me commentate on the event today. So, but there's a couple of questions I wanted to ask you in regards to your fight last weekend. I think it was last weekend, which unfortunately I couldn't make because the traffic in London was just horrendous, so I had to turn back. But basically, you and Michael Devine, you've been having a bit of, well, probably mainly you more than him, but you know, there's been a bit of here and there going on Facebook. You know, both of you were determined that the other was not going to win. Then, you know, all things happen, you get 2 rounds into the fight and then a clash of heads happens, and cheers Nicky Gemmin, just walking in front of us. But basically, yeah, you've it come to a clash of heads, and as you can see here on Danny, he's got a bit of a scar where it got split open, and so now there's supposed to be a rematch, but apparently you don't think he's up for it.
No, well, basically what it boils down to is the fact that yeah, I wanted the rematch. The fight got stopped because he headbutted me accidentally, split me open, give me 8 stitches or whatever, and obviously that's got to heal. So that's going to take up until, you know, November, December to heal up, and then obviously we've got to try and sort out this rematch. But obviously I don't want to stand in his way. I don't want to mess about and fuck about with his career sort of thing. So we're going to allow him to carry on and go and fight someone else or whatever. I think he's going to fight Adam Dingsdale for the southern area, and fingers crossed I'll get to fight the winner. So yeah, but to be quite honest, it suits him that's the situation. I know for a fact he wouldn't have wanted the rematch. It was like a man against boy in there when I boxed him. You know what I mean? It was easy work. He was eating the jab early on. Everything was going to plan. He says he was going to come on late, but that wouldn't have mattered to me. You know, I've been in with good fighters, and it was all about levels on the night. Anyone there could see that I was the better man. It was only 2 rounds gone, but I was doing the business, and I think I would have stopped him.
So you're basically saying from what you gathered from the first 2 rounds, you felt like you would have had the fight. He might think that he would have come on later in the round, but you're thinking that maybe he's going to take that different route and not face you.
Yeah, it suits him not to fight me now. Do you know what I mean? He's going to go and fight Dingsdale. I think Dingsdale beats him, to be honest. Not saying that because obviously me and Devine, I think Dingsdale beats him, and then maybe he'll want the fight again to earn some extra dough. But I want to push on with my career. Do you know what I mean? I want the fight with Michael. I'd love to have that again, but obviously he doesn't want that fight. I'm telling you now. You know, he was in there. It was 2 rounds in, and he was frustrated. He was fuming with the fight. He wasn't liking the way it went, but I'll have to move on, and we'll just have to see what happens. You know what I mean? I just want to progress in my career now.
Okay, well, you know, I would like to see that fight happen again if it does.
It's easy money, man. It's easy money.
And also, I'd like to maybe see you fight the winner of his next fight anyway.
Yeah, all my fights are good to watch. I mean, they're all fun to watch. There's a good little build up all the time. We always talk the fights up. You know, but
usually by you insulting the person's hometown.
Yeah, well, not all the time. Do you know what I mean? Not all the time, but yeah, most of the time. But yeah, I just want to get back in there, get this cut healed. I want to get back in there and just get back on my boxing. I feel like I've been put back a bit, and you know, we'll just have to see what happens and see how he gets on with Dingsdale. I know what I think will happen, but you know, we'll just have to see what happens.
Okay, well, what I'll do is I'll try and get an interview with Michael and see what his thoughts are on this.
His thoughts will be, I was going to come on late, I was going to win the fight late on, but that's bullshit. He weren't strong enough, he don't punch hard at all. I hadn't even stepped out of first gear and I was bashing him already. His nose was all over the place. He come in and caught me with a headbutt, and half of his fans feel like he won the fight. They were celebrating that fight like it was a victory. He didn't win nothing, you know what I mean? He didn't win nothing. He's had a right touch, to be honest, that fight ended like that, and he's still relevant because I would have retired him, and that's the fact.
Well, I think when there's 2 fighters that both think that they actually won it, and there's not quite that, it's not being dealt with the issue, you know, I think that they should fight.
Yeah, everyone was there, everyone saw what was happening, it was going one way. That fight wouldn't have gone past the 6th. He can lie to himself and talk shit all he wants. His own friends have told me what they think, you know what I mean? I know how the fight was going, but listen, it don't matter anyway. It's irrelevant. You know what I mean? Nothing's happened, but we'll just see what happens in the future. Hopefully, hopefully he'll be man enough to step in there and fight again. But if not, I don't really give a shit, to be honest. He doesn't define my career at the end of the day. No one really knew who he was before the fight. Fighting me's brought him out of the shadows a little bit. You know, at the end of he knows the deal. He don't want that again, and that's all there is to it.
Okay, Danny, well, brilliant interview, and always a lot to say for yourself. Anyway, Michael, if you could get an interview with me and let me know what your thoughts on.
Interview with him, and just a message to Michael.
None of that on this channel. None of this on this channel. Over and out. Over and out.